Children's Institute helps families in LA achieve educational success and emotional well-being. We offer no-cost preschools, counseling, parenting programs, and community health support. Our Enhanced Care Management program guides families through all their healthcare needs, from scheduling appointments to coordinating medications to providing food and housing support, and much more. Visit children'sinstitute.org and get the wellness you deserve.
I'm Martine Singer, President and CEO of Children's Institute, and I am delighted to welcome you to our campus. Most importantly, everyone at CII is here for you, your family, and your children. We want to help you reach your goals and create a safe and healthy future. We can overcome our challenges with the right help and support. We all have a history that affects how we experience life. My own mother survived a Nazi concentration camp at 17. She lost her parents, her brother, aunts, uncles, cousins, her grandmother, and yet she made it to this country and went on to have children and grandchildren of her own. That's why I work at CII, because of her. Everyone deserves to heal from trauma or loss and still enjoy a full and happy life. At Children's Institute, we make sure that every family in Los Angeles has access to life's essentials, like food, housing, healthcare, and education. When your needs are met, hope and opportunity can flourish. Whether it's a young child attending a CII Head Start, a teen in foster care getting into college or landing an internship, or a family moving out of their car and into safe, stable housing, there's so many stories of CII helping families thrive with the right supports and access to resources. Together, we're building a stronger, more caring community. Please make yourself at home here. It's a safe space where you can be yourself. Thank you for trusting us. We're here to listen, to help, and to walk alongside you in whatever comes next.
I am Kelsey Akel, and I'm the Senior Clinical Supervisor. So we work with kids with the more intense behaviors, such as suicidal ideation, substance abuse, involved in gangs, sex trafficking. We work with kids that can be aggressive. Working with them, we bring them in together with a whole team. We look at every resource we have. We look at it as a holistic approach and get on the ground with them and meet them where they're at.
I'm Kelly Wong. I'm the Director of Intensive Behavioral Health at Children's Institute. Everything we do, the way we learn, the way we build memories, was all about relationships. We get to work with caregivers and their kids, be able to look at what are the beautiful things that they've been able to accomplish together, those joyful memories, and also address some of the harder memories to help them be able to process those. So as we work with folks, we're helping them grow. And ultimately, in the end, is to help our kids grow, be successful, be accomplished little, future adults. And that's the beauty of the work that we do. When I speak about holding the hope or supporting the clients with getting that hope, it's really interesting. You have an adult person in front of you, and the assumption is they're clear, they know who they are, they know what they want out of life. And the reality is there are often times where they've either never considered it or no one has ever asked them that. When we ask them and you see that kind of light turn on, right? The light in their eyes, that's the hope.
Occupational therapy is about helping children, families do what they want to do, need to do, and are expected to do, and how to overcome the barriers that are preventing them from doing so. Making sure that everyday life is something that is experienced well, and it's not just about walking through life, but dancing through life.
Hi boys and girls, my name is Miss Stewart, and today I will be reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and popped out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a tummy ache. The next day was Sunday. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for 2 weeks, and he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, and he pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. The end.
When I look back at my life, I almost get emotional because living in group home was probably some of the hardest years of my life. I was removed from my family in 2007. There was some domestic violence and neglect in our household, and my father eventually did go to prison when I was 10, so I haven't seen my dad since 2010. And my mom gave up custody when I was 14, so I became a ward of the state at 14. I'll never forget literally leaving the group home and then moving into the dorms the next day. That was probably one of the best days of my life. I participated in ITSP my senior year, I think, of high school from 2016 to 2017. And Miss Evelyn Medina was my caseworker, and she was awesome. And I remember we did so many things. I think actually she helped me. She was the one who helped me get my first job ever when I was 16 at a grocery store. I'm a graduate student here at Stanford in the GSE, the Graduate School of Education. I did my undergraduate at a CSU Chico up north. It's known very well for its anti-racist approach, culturally relevant pedagogy. I am a first-generation college student. However, in my family of 6, there's just one other brother who has also went to college. I just want to really extend the ladder to other youth who grew up with dysfunctional families like me. How can I be better supporting those youth to succeed? Foster care, I think it's the one thing that has shaped my life tremendously. It's taught me so much about what it means to be an advocate for yourself, for others. And I think a huge part of finding support on college campuses is finding that foster youth program wherever you are. I got really involved with, at our school at Chico State, it was called PAF Scholars, and having a community of foster youth was very powerful for me. I think a big motivator for me was that I remember people always felt that I couldn't succeed because I was a foster youth, or people always felt that Black women shouldn't succeed. I remember one of my colleagues always said oh, why do you want to go to college? Black females don't really go to college, or foster youth don't even graduate, or if they do, they end up in prison or homeless. I think I felt very passionate about defying statistics that came up against foster youth. One thing that's definitely kept me going is I always remember that life is going to get difficult before it ever gets easy. This is going to be the hard part. Like Miley Cyrus once said, it's always going to be an uphill battle, but once you make it up the hill, you earn the view, you get to see that beautiful view, and it's going to be so worth it, no matter what anyone says.
Why me and Nala enjoy coming to events for Children's Institute, Project Fatherhood, is just because we get to spend time together, mingle with other fathers and daughters, and really just have a time to connect and play fun games and do fun activities.
It's important to come to events like this and we can just have fun and enjoy each other. I was able to get my nails done by her. This is the first time ever, so